Okay. Hello, welcome. You'll need one blanket for class today. And then we are actually going to begin standing up and standing up at a wall. Or you also have the option to use the back of a chair, either or. So what you'll do is just plant your hands on the wall or on the back of a chair. So you create this L shape with your body that looks something like this. So hands can rest on the back of the chair or on a wall. And then as you're here, just press your hands firmly into the wall so that your shoulders lift up by your ears. Knees are a little bit soft. And I invite you to just explore breathing into your entire torso in this space, to let your abdomen relax with each and every inhale. And to just simply witness the pattern of your breath. Ears are welcome to align between the shoulders. And breath just flows in and out, allowing the spine to be nice and long. Full inhale, and a slow, gentle exhale. And then as long as it's comfortable for your shoulders, if your shoulders feel at all pinchy, I'd suggest putting your elbows on the back of a chair or on a desk. Either works. And then you'll start to lift your right foot up, back behind you. So in a sense, it's a bit of a warrior 3 pose. Press a little weight into the pinky finger sides of your hands, so the shoulder blades spread apart. And then just simply breathe here. Your right leg doesn't have to lift up too high. You can rotate your foot around. You can just hold still and be with your breath. And then breathe in one more full inhale, full capacity. And as you exhale, bring your right foot down to the ground. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back behind you, and just press hands into the wall. Heel presses back. Right knee stays a little soft. And again, you're welcome to rotate the ankle around or just be with a steady shape here, a steady asana. And then breathe in one more full breath. And exhale. Set your left foot down to the ground and stand all the way up. Bring your right hip toward the wall or next to the wall. Toes point to the left or that direction as well. Right hand lands on the wall behind you, and it can be down close to your hip. It could be up a little higher by your shoulder, or it could even go up above the shoulder. And you can kind of play with all those positions and find which spot stretches out what most needs to be stretched for you today. Left hand is welcome to rest on your hip. And then you can also look over your left shoulder and tilt your chin or your ear down toward the shoulder a little bit. And just allowing yourself the space to just pause here and open into the muscles of your chest. If you enjoy focusing on the sound and the rhythm of your own breath, if that's something that is genuinely supportive and relaxing to you, you're welcome to even explore a counted breathing rhythm here, like in for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds. If it's more restful for you to notice sound happening around you, Then notice sound. If you've got the playlist going, you can just notice the way different notes from a song might feel or resonate somewhere different within your body than another note. And as you notice just kind of what you feel and where you feel it today, that too goes along with the way we experience emotions even. So if you're feeling a particular emotion a little bigger than something else, notice where you feel that in your body. Not as a judgment, but as a thing to witness and identify how those things are very physical and very felt. Go ahead and switch sides. Left hip towards the wall, and I'm about a foot or so away from the wall. You can always play with that. Left hand to the wall behind you, and let this shoulder be different. Maybe your hand wants to be a little lower, maybe it wants to be a little higher. And then look over the right shoulder. And you're welcome to tilt your chin or your ear down toward the shoulder as you just pause here and breathe with attention to that left shoulder, left side of your neck. If your tailbone has lifted up, you can just softly engage the core so the tailbone tilts down a little bit and the spine gets longer. And again, you get to choose your point of focus, your point of mental focus, whatever feels the most supportive to bringing you here into this moment now. Maybe that is something that needs to be done again and again too. After all, that is the point of this practice. It's a gentle invitation back to a recentered connection to self. And then let your arm relax all the way down. And come back to your yoga mat. As you breathe in, I invite you to lift your arms up, creating a little bit of a flow to just help your physical body process all the emotional everything that happens throughout the whole day. As you exhale, soften your knees and forward fold. Allow your head to dangle down a little bit, shoulders soften. And then bring your fingertips, have your knees bent enough so that you can bring your fingertips to the tops of your feet. And just notice the sensation of touch. And allow your fingertips to slide up toward your knees as you lift up into a halfway lift. Shoulders draw away from the ground. Chin draws in toward your throat as the top of the head presses forward. And then exhale, soft knees, fold right back down. Head and neck relax. And then breathe in, rise all the way up to stand. Lift your arms up, full inhale. And exhale, right hand reaches back behind you, left hand reaches forward for a little spinal twist. And then inhale, both arms lift up. Exhale, switch sides, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Adding on a little bit, step your right foot back. Lower your knee down to the ground. Untuck your toes and slowly press the top of your whole foot and your shin down into the ground. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm lifts up. And breathe into kind of the left side and the right side of your rib cage, expanding your rib cage out to the sides here as your core cinches in and you rotate to perhaps even look up if that feels good to your neck. And then left hand lowers back down to the mat. Tuck the back toes under, lift up your knee. And then step slowly, slowly, noticing the whole foot as it plants down up to the top of the mat. Breathe in, hands slide up to your shins, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift up your arms. And exhale, twist left this time first. Left arm back, right arm forward. And then breathe in, both arms lift up. Exhale, twist right. No worries of whether or not the anatomy is doing the exact right thing. Everyone's bodies are so different. Arms lift. And forward fold. Breathe out. Pick your left foot up and step it back. Lower your knee down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Press the top of the foot down into the mat. Left hand stays grounded. You could even make your hand into a fist if that feels better. And then right arm lifts up to the sky. Little twist. And then bring the right hand back down to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Lift up the knee. And then step your left foot right back to the top of the mat. Breathe and notice your spine as you lift up halfway. Palms rest against the knees. Shoulders drop back away from the ears and fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift up your arms. Once more through that on each side. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. And then breathe in, arms lift up, noticing the way everything just feels as you move, what muscles activate. Exhale, fold forward. Right foot steps back. Knee lowers down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Breathe in, left arm lifts up to the sky as if you're breathing all the way into your fingertips that are up in the sky. Exhale, left hand back down to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the knee. Breathe in here. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms lift. Last round. Exhale, twist left. Left arm back behind you, right arm forward. And then inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, fold down. Left foot takes that step back this time. Knee lowers down to the mat. Untuck the toes. And then breathe in, right arm up to the sky. Little twist. Creating some mobility around the spine and the shoulders. Right hand back down to the ground. Tuck your back toes under, lift the knee up. And then left foot steps to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift up your arms. And then exhale, hands together, right on top of your heart. One hand just rests on top of the other. Tadasana or mountain pose with a little extra attention to your heartbeat or your pulse. Your heart is this incredible thing that has its own electrical current even. So much happening within that space. And I invite you to just explore this idea of really breathing into and expanding into your heart as you stand here. Notice the space that is behind you. You're welcome to have your eyes opened or closed here. The space of the air that's behind your spine. Almost like this energetic field behind you. And then notice the spaces on either side of you. If there is a wall nearby or a piece of furniture or maybe even a pet. Just to notice and feel into where your body is at within the space that you're in, your proprioception. And then notice the space in front of you, in front of your heart. Breathe a full breath in. And a slow breath all the way out. Inhale, lift up your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands to the ground and tiptoe your feet all the way back till you find your downward facing dog shape. Step your feet about mat's width apart, so wider apart than normal with down dog. Deeply bend both of your knees, yet press your hands firmly into the mat. And then just take one full breath in here. And as you breathe out, send everything out into the ground through your hands, through your feet. And then both knees lower down to the ground. Hands walk forward a little bit. And then lower your forehead down to the ground, yet hips stay up high. Heart melting pose, or Anahatanasana. Sometimes called puppy dog pose as well. And then as you're here, I invite you to explore if you'd like to just stay still. You can lift up onto your fingertips in this shape, or the palms lift away from the ground. And you can also get a little more active in this shape and press your shins down and just explore pulling the left hip back in space for a breath, and then the right hip pulls back. Just go side to side a little bit that way. From one side to the other and moving with the rhythm of your own breathing. So you can choose that, or you can choose to pause in a more still shape. Maybe a bit of both. And then lift back up onto your hands. Grab your blanket and just put it on the ground in front of you. Left arm weaves underneath the right arm. You'll just scooch the blanket so it goes underneath your head for a little pillow. And then you're welcome to just stay right here in this twist. You can even press the palms together, or you can reach one arm up to the sky, your right arm, or you could wrap it around behind you. Taking our twist a little bit deeper today. And using the depth of a twist like this to explore how much air you can really truly breathe in, and to slowly let it drift out as a way to help loosen up your muscle tissues and your fascia. So as you're in a shape like this, the breath is what expands and moves the muscles, and in turn helps to release them a little bit as well. Soften your jaw. Notice if your left shin is lifting up away from the ground, you can press it down, pull the left hip crease back in space a little bit, or you can just let it all relax wherever it is wanting to. And then if your right hand is reaching up to the sky, you're welcome to bring it all the way up overhead and land the fingertips to the ground in front of you. and to start wrapping your shoulder, the outer edge of your shoulder down toward the ground. One more full breath in here. And a full breath out. And then right hand comes back in close to you, close to your face, to just help you shift sides. So we'll switch so that now the right arm can go underneath the left arm. Head relaxes onto the blanket. And then left arm is welcome to reach up to the sky, wrap around behind you, or just stay on the ground next to your head for a little more support. And then left arm reaches up overhead to land on the ground in front of you. And just breathe in deeply to the left side. Let the breath go all the way out. And then left hand comes back in by your face. Sit back onto your sit bones. Legs swing out in front of you. And the blanket can just go right underneath the knees here. You can even fold it over, make it a little bit taller. Your knees can stay bent. Yeah. And then breathe in, lift up both of your arms. Press your palms together up above you. Cinch in the core. Full inhale. And then as you exhale, hands come down toward your shins, maybe your knees, maybe toward the ankles, wherever your own arm length and leg length works. And then gently pull on the legs to bring your heart a little more forward. Shoulders drop back. Chin tucks in toward your throat really close as your shoulders kind of drop back and down your back to help find a little bit of a stretch around the neck and shoulders here. And then breathe in. And as you exhale, you're welcome to fold forward any amount over your legs that feels comfortable to you. Just forward fold. And as you breathe, I invite you to breathe into the space of your spine, the low back, the mid back, the upper back. The breath is a tool that is super supportive in helping your body, helping you communicate with your body that it is in a place where it's thriving, where it can be engaged, or a sense of engagedness in life. And slowly, bit by bit, roll all the way back up. Breathe in, lift up both of your arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your right hand to the ground behind you. One more twist to help release the spine and even the internal organs get a little bit of a massage here. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, twist opposite side. And then unwind. Find a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Thank you.